Imagine you're Sarah, sitting in a dimly lit therapist's office in Palo Alto feeling stuck. She's in her 30s, yet her dating life still plays out like a sad rerun, always choosing partners who leave her feeling invisible or used. She wonders, why do these patterns repeat? This book, Reinventing Your Life, dives deep into these life traps, those gut-level beliefs that chain us to pain. It promises something rare, a clear path out. But how do you even spot these traps before falling in again? First, you've got to recognize these life traps. They aren't always obvious. Sometimes they're hiding in what feels like normal patterns you've lived with forever. Sarah constantly ignored her own needs to please others, a classic approval addiction trap. Despite loving herself, she'd say yes to every demand, ending drained and resentful. This wasn't just bad habit, it was a deeply wired pattern dating back to her childhood in a strict household where love felt conditional. Think of life traps like an emotional prison built from warped blueprints. These blueprints, our deeply ingrained core beliefs, tell us if I don't do this, I won't be loved. Like invisible bars, they constrain our choices and actions, making unhealthy patterns seem like the only path to safety. The moment Sarah named her trap, the walls started falling. Naming it shifted her from a powerless victim to someone with a map. You can't change what you don't see. Calling out your trap is the first step to unlocking the door to freedom. Once you spot a trap, the next step is decoding its origin, why it grabbed hold, and how it tricks your mind daily. George, a mid-40s lawyer from Chicago, believed deep down he was fundamentally flawed, a defectiveness trap. This belief stemmed from relentless criticism as a kid. Every minor mistake felt like proof he was unlovable. He projected this into relationships, expecting rejection before it happened, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Picture your brain as a seasoned detective that's just got bad intel. Those traps, they're faulty survival strategies your mind wrote decades ago to keep you safe. Just like using a rusty umbrella in a hurricane, these strategies once helped you survive but now cause more harm than good. Life pulls us in new directions, yet traps insist on old scripts. George's defectiveness made him dodge intimacy just when he needed connection most. That clash between ancient fears and modern needs throws us into repeated emotional chaos, and that's where change becomes urgent. Finally, there's the breakthrough, the reset. The book lays out practical steps, turning insights into shifts that stick. It's like emotional DIY. Janet, a schoolteacher from Boston, trapped by her emotional deprivation schema, feeling she'd never get enough love, began using the book's exercises. She journaled unmet needs, challenged negative self-talk, and purposefully sought healthy friendships. Gradually, her foundation shifted from scarcity to self-respect, transforming how she related to herself and others. Cognitive therapy in the book is like upgrading your emotional software. It teaches you to spot distorted thoughts, question them, then replay a new script. Imagine your brain as a garden. Weeds are old negative patterns, and therapy is the gardener pulling weeds and planting resilient seeds. These aren't quick fixes. The real magic is in tiny, daily changes that add up. Janet's story proves that rewiring your mind can stop the cycle of self-destruction. The unexpected payoff. When you're freed from traps, you don't just survive, you start to truly thrive. Remember Sarah, stuck in that Palo Alto office? Now she started calling out her traps, naming her patterns aloud, giving herself a fighting chance. The power she gains by simply recognizing these traps is huge. Try this tonight. Write down one pattern in your life that feels like a trap. Just naming it begins your reinvention. Freedom starts with seeing, not just hoping. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.